Hey champion, I hope you're doing great. I am Nini and I welcome you back to the channel that is less of mine and more of us. Do you ever look back at that what I want to become in life list? We all made that list once. Doctor, engineer, astronaut, rock star, superstar, billionaire, we threw everything on there, right? But now, staring down the adulthood, those dreams feel less like a roadmap and more like a tangled mess of threads. How do you pick one career path when every other option sounds freaking awesome? In today's video, let's figure this out. But before starting the video, I would like to thank Trisha for her comment. Thank you so much, Trisha, for putting forward a very common yet very less talked about problem of so many out there. I hope you find your solution from the video. And if you are not Trisha but find this video helpful, consider dropping a thank you for her in the comments below. Now without any delay, let's get started. Now, you must be thinking,
why the hell should I listen to this girl? It's about my career. I can't take any risk.
You should listen to me because I have been there. Not too many years ago, but just 4 years ago. Back in 2020, I had just passed out my 12th and I had a lot of aspirations. I wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted to be a soldier, I wanted to be an IS officer, I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be a social worker, I wanted to be a business person, I wanted to be a sports person, and so much more. Honestly, I don't remember all of them anymore. While I wanted to do a lot of things, being an IS officer was on top of all. To become an IS officer, I had to clear the UPSC exam, and preparing for UPSC was the sole reason why I agreed to get my graduation from an open university and not from a regular college. Starting from May 2021, I did everything that a UPSC aspirant does. A huge part of my day was dedicated to UPSC. I constantly kept saying myself that it was my choice and my decision to be an IS officer. Yet the entire process felt overwhelming and terrible. I could not relate to the officer I wanted to be. Although I threw myself into studying, convinced that this is the only right path for me, but the closer I got, something felt off. Deep down there was this tiny voice whispering, "Nini, this isn't for you, dude." Sure, I wanted a very busy life as that of an officer and also the power an officer holds, but it wasn't fulfilling my core values, things that mattered to me the most. Finally, I took a step back and changed course. I decided to prioritize building a life that reflects who I truly am. The key, I realized, is to explore and find a path that you are truly passionate about, even if that wasn't on your childhood list. Here's your secret weapon, the weapon you have been looking for: experimentation. You love to code? Take a class. Photography is your jam? Assist a pro. Writing is your thing? Share your work online. Passionate about teaching? Start with a student in your neighborhood. Don't want to do the 9-to-5 job? Learn a skill and freelance. You know what's the beauty of today's world? There is absolutely no limit to opportunities. Pursue your passion, work remotely, freelance, the possibilities are endless. The more you experiment, the more you try different things, the clearer your ideal career path becomes. To make things a little bit easier for you, let's create a tool that will help you to discover that path. The HBD list. What I want to have in my life, what I want to become in my life, what I want to do in my life. Just write it all out. No limits, no boundaries, just write it all out. Once you have made this list, keep it aside for 7 days and forget about it. After 7 days, come back to the list and you will have something to add to the list and something to remove from the list. Make the necessary changes and again repeat the same process. Keep it aside for 7 days. Now again after 7 days, come back, repeat the process. Add anything that you want, remove anything that you want, and make all those changes. Once you are done with 2 sets of these 7 days, analyze your entire list. and see what career will allow you to live that life. I can bet on this one. You will be surprised by what becomes clear after a little reflection. When I made my HBD list, I had 57 things on it. Being an IS officer was fulfilling only 2 of them. Being an IS officer and bringing transparency into the system. That realization made it crystal clear why I wasn't happy on that path, why that process wasn't making me happy even when it was my choice. Look, I know being a student is a real tough job. You are expected to do a lot of things all at once. Daily classes, tuitions, homeworks, assignment, exams, syllabus, subjects, streams, expectations, relationships, friendships, and above all, the transition of being an adult. Those hormones are the real glitches, I tell you. There's a lot to do. And what I have understood so far is that this phase of life is easy for no one. Not even for that topper you constantly compare yourself with. And that's okay. After all, this phase of our life is where our energy is at its peak. And we are in the best position to give a tough competition to all the challenges life throws at us. Maybe that's the reason why a huge majority of important life decisions are made at this phase. Decisions that shape us and our lives. I know the HBD list might sound a little crazy and absolutely pointless to you, but trust me, it works. Since using it, I have found a purpose and fulfillment in my life I never dreamed possible. Give it a try, champion. It is not costing you anything. You won't lose anything in trying this. Give it an honest and genuine try. Realize this and understand this, that you have an incredible opportunity to choose your career path. Use this opportunity wisely. Not so many have this privilege. If you have any feedback for me or any question for me, drop them in the comments below. See you in the next video on Thursday, 5:15 p.m. sharp. Until then, worry less, live more.